How are you today, Judge?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Go. There's downtown again.
What is DDF?
Pardon?
What is that DDF in the screen?
The downtown detention facility.
Okay.
Downtown, good morning. Who is this?
Morning, Josh. Morning, everyone. This is Munoz Aaron.
Okay. Let me just get his lawyer on here and we'll get started. Is that the only one you have?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Josh.
Okay. All right, Ms. Yaldo, good morning again.
Morning, Judge.
Mr. Munoz present, so let me go ahead and call the case. Or no, Mr. Griffin's not present yet, is he? No,
I don't see him.
let me just wait for Mr. Griffin.
He's logging on, Judge. Mr. Griffin.
Yes. There he is. All right. Court calls a case of the state of Texas versus Aaron Munoz, cause number 2022-0C02348. This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration and the El Paso Council of Judges statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus. May I have announcement of counsel?
Hunter Griffin for the state. The state is ready.
Ana Yeldo for Mr. Aaron Munoz, who's present at the El Paso County Downtown Jail, also ready.
You are Aaron Munoz.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear firm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What do you have, Ms. Yaldo?
Thank you so much, Your Honor. So Mr. Munoz was recently picked up on a charge just a few days ago. He has in this court right now 2 criminal trespass charges. We are actually not asking for a PR bond right now, Judge. I believe the court did set him for a bond hearing. I did go to speak with him, and so his goals are not actually to get out right now. Mr. Munoz has 2 pending felonies as well that are P files. He has a violation of a protective order with 2 or more previous convictions and an evading arrest with a vehicle. Those, I'm not sure what's happening with them yet, as they are P files. I spoke with him yesterday, and he has quite severe mental health concerns and drug concerns. And so what he would like to do, if the court is willing, is to just stay in jail pending a bed at a rehab facility, most likely Casa Vida. I've already made contact with our social worker, Ms. Reina Kohler. She's going to connect Mr. Munoz with Punto de Partida. I guess they will help facilitate the transport and the transfer to Casa Vida whenever a bed becomes available. I'll be happy to address the court at that time, whenever the bed does become available, so we can create a safety plan for him at that time. But for right now, he does want to stay in the jail. I've explained it to him, and that's actually what he wants, is not to be released at this time.
Okay, my only concern is that this is the only case he is booked on. Do you have any idea how quickly a bed will be available?
At this time, no, Judge, but I'm happy to call the jail and see if they can book him on his other 3 charges, just so that he is getting credit for them, if you'd like me to do that.
That might be a good idea. I don't know what the status of the felonies are. I don't know. But that way he will get credit on everything.
Absolutely. I'll give the jail a call later today.
But again, do you have any idea how quickly a bed will be available?
At this time, no. I only spoke with him yesterday and learned of his goals. The social worker is going to speak with him, I believe, by tomorrow, hopefully. And she, at this time, does not know how long, because there's a couple different rehab, inpatient rehab centers. And so the time is going to be different. In my personal experience, I did have a client go to Casa Vida just about a year ago, actually. And I remember the wait time was about 3 weeks from the time, 3 to 4 weeks from the time that we had initiated the process. That was last year, so I'm not sure if it's changed.
Okay, then we won't do anything on the case today, and I will wait for a response from you, Ms. Yaldo. But please keep the court posted so we don't let him just sit in jail.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Your Honor. I completely agree with that. And I will, I'll give the jail a call to make sure that he gets booked on his other 3 charges.
Okay. Thank you.
Judge.
Good luck to you, Mr. Munoz.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. May I be excused at the county jail?
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Get the annex on there. Good morning, annex.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And may we have Mr. Grajeda?
Yes, he'll be right up.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Groves.
Good morning, everyone.
All right, court calls a case of the state of Texas versus Eleazar Grajeda, cause number 2021-0C03286. This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Administration and the El Paso Council Judge's statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus. May I have announcement of counsel?
Hunter Griffin for the state is ready.
I'm Michael Gross for the defendant, Eleazar Grajeda. We are also ready.
You are Eleazar Grajeda.
Yes, Judge.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear affirm testimony may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Judge.
Are you a U.S. citizen, sir?
No, Judge.
Have you discussed the immigration consequences of a plea of guilty on this case with your attorney?
I hired a immigration lawyer and he agreed. Yes, Judge.
Okay, and they have advised you of the consequences.
Yes, Judge.
All right. Charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated with a 0.15 blow or above, alleged to have occurred November 10th, 2021 in El Paso County, Texas. To those charges, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Judge.
Any priors, Mr. Griffin?
No prior DWIs, Your Honor. This is part of a felony plea. He's currently on deferred probation on the felony assault.
Mr. Griffin?
There are no prior DWIs, Your Honor. He is currently on felony probation.
I'm sorry, you're cutting up.
I can, if I'm not cutting out, this deal is part of a felony probation. He's serving, I believe, 2 years deferred, I believe.
But there are no prior DWI offenses.
Mr. Griffin, I can't make out what you're saying.
Would
I'll
you
let you
like me to read back what he said, Judge?
Here.
You're cutting out as well. Can you hear me, Judge?
Yes.
Would you
Okay.
like me to read back
All right,
what Mr.
Judge.
Griffin said?
I have it. Judge Gonzalez, he has no prior DWI offenses. He is currently on felony probation on an assault bodily injury with deferred. And this
Okay.
is part of that
All
felony
right.
deal.
Okay. The court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, Mr. Garcia, sentence you to 40 days plus court costs with credit for all time served on everything. Thank you. You may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
May I have Mr. Roman?
Excuse, Judge?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Evan.
All right, court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Daniel Roman. Cause numbers 2022-0C0-1207, 2022-0C0-1208, 2022-0C0-1960, and 2022-0C0-0361. This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration and the El Paso Council Judge's statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus. May I have announcement of counsel?
Hunter Griffin for the state is ready.
Ana Yaldo with the El Paso County Public Defender Office here on behalf of my client, Mr. Daniel Roman at the El Paso County Jail Annex, also ready.
You are Daniel Roman.
Yes, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen, Mr. Roman?
Yes, Your Honor.
Charged with the offense of evading arrest on this first case alleged to have occurred April 7th, 2022. Criminal trespass on the second case alleged to have occurred that same day. Third case alleged to have occurred June 1st, 2022. And criminal trespass alleged to have occurred February 2nd, 2022, all in El Paso County, Texas. To those charges, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, sentence you to 40 days in jail plus court costs with credit for time served on everything, and the 4 cases run concurrent with each other. Anything further, counsel?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, you may be excused if that's all you have.
Thank you. Mr. Dolman, I'm going to call your mom right now, okay?
Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
You too. May I have Mr. Rodriguez, please? Court calls the case of State of Texas versus Dino Rodriguez, cause number 2018-0C11550. This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster. The guidance issued by the office to the attorneys are in response to coronavirus. May I have announcement of counsel?
Hunter Griffin for the state. The state is ready.
Under Ibarra, Your Honor, from Mr. Rodriguez, also ready.
You are Dina Rodriguez.
Yes.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Charged with the offense of assault, family violence alleged to have occurred December 15, 2018 in El Paso County, Texas. To those charges, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Any priors, Mr. Griffin?
He has a prior assault of a public servant, 2 counts from 2000, that was convicted in 2013, as well as a DWI.
Court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, sentence you to 60 days in jail plus court costs with credit for time served on everything. In addition, the court will make a family violence finding. Any further, counsel?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
For the defense, Your Honor.
Right.
Just for the record, Your Honor, along with this plea, the state is going to be dismissing a motion to adjudicate his probation in the 34th District Court, Judge. But that's Ms. Evelyn Espinosa who's following through with that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You may be excused. May I have Jose Alvarez, please?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Dunham. I have a notation here that your client may be wanted in Las Cruces.
Oh, well, that is news to me, Your Honor. We did have a bond hearing yesterday in the 120th, and I'm surprised that didn't come up.
Was the bond hearing in the 120th granted?
He was granted PR on the credit card, the state jail felony. He was granted split bonds, 10,000, 10,000 each on the manufacturing delivery, the 2 separate cases for that. Also, we discussed with the judge, he has immigration issues. We're getting an immigration attorney for him. We do have a plea agreement in the works on this case, subject to, of course, advice from the immigration attorney. So this misdemeanor case will be resolved, and hopefully soon with the felony. It's just a matter of details and what he can't plead to. He was brought over here as an infant. He's lived in El Paso his entire life. we are requesting that Your Honor grant him a PR bond on this case.
Does it look like he's going to make the bonds on the felonies?
At 10,000, I believe it is possible. And she did grant a PR on the state jail felony, so that will be assisting us in coming up with the money.
All right. Court calls a case of the state of Texas versus Jose Alvarez, cause number 2020-C01365. This proceeding is being heard in reference to and in compliance with the emergency orders of the Texas Supreme Court and the Court of Criminal Appeals under various miscellaneous docket numbers regarding the COVID-19 state of disaster, the guidance issued by the Office of Court Administration and the El Paso Council of Judges statement to the attorneys of the El Paso Bar in response to coronavirus. May I have announcement of counsel?
Hunter Griffin for the state is ready.
Todd Dunham for Mr. Jose Alvarez. He's present and we are ready, Your Honor.
You are Jose Alvarez.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Dunham.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Alvarez is been raised in El Paso. He's got family ties here. He has lawful permanent resident status. However, that of course doesn't make him a citizen. So we are working with an immigration attorney I spoke to yesterday, and we filed AKI motions in the felony court to appoint him to represent Mr. Alvarez on the immigration issues. We do have a plea agreement in the works on the felonies that would also include the charges in this court. Mr. Banjeri, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his name correctly, in the felony court yesterday was not opposed to the PR bond request. The judge in that court, Judge Salas Mendoza, granted a PR on the state jail. And then on the two separate manufacturing delivery cases, split at 10,000 surety, 10,000 PR for each one. That would mean a total of 20,000 surety. I believe that his family may be able to post that amount at 10% with the bond company. We're requesting that this court grant him a PR bond so we can keep the bond amount low enough for him to get out and deal with his immigration issues and resolve this case.
All right, as I told you off the record, there was a notation that he may be wanted out of Las Cruces on the pretrial risk assessment. Hunter, do you have anything?
I would defer to you on whether to grant a full PR bond. I just looking through his case, he was granted a full PR bond in 2020 of September. And then we ended up having to issue a NISI, and now he's finally coming before us 2 years later on the same case again. So I have concerns whether he will, if he is released, whether he will appear in future settings.
Yes, there was a no-show January 25th. At this time, the court will reduce the bond, but I'm not going to give him a PR. I will reduce it to $1,500 surety. Anything
Your
from
Honor.
counsel?
Nothing from defense, Your Honor.
Hunter, anything?
Nothing from the state. Apologies.
Okay, then that pretty much wraps up our jail docket. Everybody may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
Have
you.
a great weekend.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.